Welcome to the Pulse. Yeah, Chelsea get it done in the end. 3-2 winners at Kenilworth Road this evening against Luton Town. Our hashtag for tonight, which we're going to go straight into, is Timo time. He was brilliant, Leonie. He got a goal, he got an assist. Good performance from Timo in the second half especially.
Definitely. I mean, I was rooting for him tonight anyway. This was the kind of game that you want him to score in. And, you know, you score goals, it's confidence, it's momentum. And we always hope that he's going to take this into the next game. But I think, yeah, definitely second half, he was a lot more threatening. He linked up with Lukaku really well as well, which is something that we really need to see. So, yeah, really positive play by him.
Kerry, you did call it at half-time. I had to cut you off a little bit because the players were coming out of the tunnel, but you did. You had it bang on the money. You said Lukaku and Werner in the second half, and Lukaku and Werner it was.
Like Leonie said, I mean, we're all hoping, well, I still hope that the fans are keeping faith with these two, Lukaku and Werner. Two internationals who've not really set the place alight since they come here. That's a bit of an understatement as well. Need to do better. They both managed to get themselves a goal and get us out of trouble. Wasn't a great performance for me, but we got through. And the Cup's all about getting through. You're going to have poor performances, average ones. Well, you can't have poor performances like that first half against better sides. No disrespect to Luton, who'll be very proud of the evening's work that they put in to take the World Club Champions to 2-3 in the FA Cup. From their perspective, very good. From our perspective, much better second half, more impetus, more drive. Whether we got it from the bench or not, but I think we started better anyway than we did the first half. I like Pulisic, what he put into the game, his energy and his effort. We got the goals from the two boys. Very grateful for them. Prefer to not have too many performances like the first half, and we won't get away with it against better sides.
It's one of those games, Dan, beforehand, you know, we said when you look at it, you want to come through it first and foremost, right? You need to get your name in the next round of the FA Cup. That's first and foremost, bottom line, get that done. Secondly, you want a performance. If the performance isn't there, you look at individuals, you're looking at Werner, you're looking at Lukaku, and I think every Chelsea fan beforehand would say, we want them to get a goal tonight. A goal for Lukaku, a goal for Werner does them the world of good. A goal and an assist for Timo will do them the world of good.
Yeah, Timo took his goal very well as well. You know, that was a beautiful floated ball by Ruben. Good take, first touch was good and just slotted it away. And then obviously made the second for Lukaku. Not the best performance, but it was entertaining. I guess we were all, you know...
Was it entertaining for you?
Well, you know what? Now that we're sat here after 90 minutes having won 3-2, I probably would prefer it like that. It's not good for the team.
You're a liar.
It's not good for the team. But for me as a spectator, I probably would prefer that than a game that is a bit of a stalemate to the 70th minute and then we get a goal. So as long as we're through, we're through. We can't afford another one of those because you only get away with performances like that so often. We did get away with it today. The quality did come through in the end, but you know we have to realise that teams are going to be at 100% when they play us because this is their cup final, especially in this competition. Every time a team draws Chelsea, they will, you know, roll up their shirts and really try to do a job on us. So we have to be at the races every single game. No,
you're absolutely right, and that's the thing, Leonie, like Dan said, it's a great game of football. You know, it really is a good game of football. Luton, I think, will be very proud of what they've put on tonight because, you know, they've worried the world champions. You know, they have, and they've worried them. You know, you look at the players that Chelsea have had to dig deep. You look at the character we talk about from this squad a lot of the time. To come from 2-1 down when everyone, all you need to look at is social media in general. Everyone's going, oh, there's an upset on here. That character to dig deep again and not be the next headline is so important. And, you know, when you look at it, you learn from that, you come through it, and like we've all said, the fact that we're in the next round of the FA Cup is the most important thing.
Yeah, definitely. And I think the character is there with Chelsea. We've seen it throughout this whole season. It has been a roller coaster of a season, let's be honest. But we pull through and we're doing the right things. And like we said about Luton, they had a good game today. They stuck in and they could have easily have got another goal. But, you know, we stuck to our guns and we went for it and got the win in the end. But, yeah, no, Luton were good tonight. But like Dan was saying, you know, you fancy it against Chelsea. You always do. But we were the better team, got the result. Yeah,
absolutely right. Good night all round, I think, in general. You know, some Timo Werner reaction coming on social media. Abby McCarthy, obviously regular on the show. It's Timo time, great goal and an assist to Big Rom to turn this game around. Yeah, great point. and this one as well. That pass from Timo. Yeah, the pass, and Kerry, we all saw your eyes light up when Timo Werner played that ball across goal, because I saw that the striker within you going, here you go, Madden another one.
Yeah, well, I wanted them both to score, and I wanted, as I say, I want big Lukaku to succeed, and as I do Timo Werner. He's got to do a bit more of that, got to be on the end of things. Tapping from 4 yards, it doesn't matter. Look at the papers tomorrow and see Lukaku, Werner, Chelsea 3. Got to be on the end of things, got to be in the box. We have to serve him a little bit more. But we look more like doing it, as I said, in the second half. I think a few players might need to look at themselves and, got to learn from these things. Even if you don't have such a good game, you've got to learn from the fact that, you're capable of not doing so well. Make sure it doesn't happen again. I thought it was lethargic first half. I don't know what... You know Tuchel better than me. If he delivered the hairdryer treatment to them or let them have a go, whatever was said at half-time, they were in Luton's faces a lot straight from the off and, pressing. And then the two substitutions added increased impetus. And I think that... in the end, we got away with it, as I've said before. I wouldn't pick out individuals. Certain people are picking out certain players, so they man of the match, who did well, who didn't do well. Did the Loftus-Cheek experiment work? Is it an experiment? Is it something for the future? I don't know. He did OK. I'm not sure it's the future, but I think he has more to offer going forward, personally. But if that's going to be the way and that's going to be a position for him, then it's not a bad start. Others need to look at themselves if they're played in different positions, and they've got to do better.
I mean, I think it's a fair point about the Thomas Tuchel. We saw the players come out a little bit early, from the second half. So I'd imagine there was something, because, like you said, the impetus straight away was in the second half. Players seemed to step on a little bit. I know you mentioned Ruben there, and I take your point absolutely. I don't want to overdo it, but I felt that the fact that he's taking on a new role today, Dan, it took him perhaps a little bit. But the second half, everything that seemed to start well for Chelsea started with Ruben driving from the centre of central defence, and that like Kerry said, it may be an experiment, it may be something we see more of, less of in the future. I don't know, but in terms of the second half display from Ruben, I suppose that's everything the manager would have asked from him, which is get on the ball, step into midfield, and become a third midfielder rather than a third centre half.
Yeah. I mean, I thought he ran the show from back there, as well as you can in a fixture like this where everything is a little bit disjointed. I thought he had a very good game. He behaved like a midfielder, playing as a sweeper. Maybe doing things that a sweeper shouldn't do, but because he is naturally a midfielder, he was doing them anyway, driving past players, initiating, that triggering movement from the forward players. I thought he played very well. I'm not sure if this is the future for him. I guess it would work against lower sides when you're expected to have a lot more possession, but I'm not sure if his nature is to defend, and if you're coming up against top teams and they're gonna pull on you and all of a sudden you're forced to do all the defending, I'll definitely prefer Thiago Silva there ahead of Ruben Loftus-Cheek. But he's such a good player that you can play him anywhere. We've seen him in the 9, in the 10, in the 6, as a sweeper on
wide
the right
left.
with wide left, wide right. We've seen him everywhere. He's that good of a footballer, but I think his future lies in midfield.
Yeah, it definitely feels like that, doesn't it? Some more social media reaction coming in from this evening. This is from Cesar Azpilicueta, obviously captain, not involved tonight. Well done, lads. Next round of the Emirates FA Cup. Yeah, he's eyeing up another piece of silverware. He's got enough already, of course. Thiago Silva as well up the Chelsea. Congratulations on tonight's victory. Both of those, Leone, both obviously huge figures going forward for Chelsea. If you're looking at it from a perspective of, it's nice that we could give those two a night off as well. We've got important games. We've got an important game at the weekend in the FA Cup. In the Premier League, another Premier League game, Champions League second leg, not too far away as well. So it's nice to be able to do that, to get through tonight without adding extra few minutes after a sort of imposing game at the weekend.
Oh, absolutely. And after Sunday's game, I think Thiago Silva definitely needs a little break. He was phenomenal. And obviously Azpilicueta as well. And I think we kind of do miss those key players in defence. Like tonight, for example, I think Sarr had his moments. Had he got, obviously, he had Rudiger next to him, but I feel like he needs to have that experience next to him. But I think in general, people like Thiago Silva and Azpilicueta, they're phenomenal players. And you know, it's nice to have the dynamics of the experience and the youth as well. We didn't see Chalobah tonight, but again, he's someone else that I think is doing really well with Chelsea, and it's great to see that mix of players. Absolutely
right. And we saw Harvey Vale come on as well. Kerr, he's a player that I know a lot of Chelsea fans are getting very excited about. He scored a worldie in the FA Youth Cup the other day against Blackpool. Been very impressive whenever he's played in the first team. He looked very comfortable when he comes on. I think that's probably the biggest compliment you could give him, that straight away when he comes on, you forget that he's 17 years of age and has only made a handful of first-team appearances. Well, it's good that Chelsea are looking to promote, and the manager's quite happy to put these players on. He did fine. I'm not one for going overboard about youngsters and saying how great they are and all the rest of it. I've seen too many have too... So we could balance. We'll definitely balance. A couple of good games, and all of a sudden a few flat ones, and everyone's going, trying to... But no, he's done fine. And the more game time he gets, the better he'll get. Reece James, you said about Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Reece James coming back, leader, strong, captain, drive, perfect for me. And great to see him back. I completely agree. Carrying on with that, Dan, because Reece, we're a little bit, I suppose, when he come on earlier than expected on Sunday in the Carabao Cup final, first thing you think is he ready for that? You don't want to rush him back because, my word, he's so important to how we play. But the impact that he made on Sunday, the impact he's made again tonight, slowly and steadily progressing him. And you hope, from the signs that we've seen tonight, maybe he's ready for a starting place at the weekend. Well, I'm sure Tuchel said that he considered starting him even in the FA Cup. So it must be really close. He just adds so much to our arsenal. He's got the delivery, but he's strong, he's brave, he doesn't hide, he's sensible, you know, he looks secure on the ball, and sometimes when players don't look so secure on the ball, the opposition hunt them more. But because he receives the ball and his first touch is always so good, there's no point even really pressing him, you know, because it's already under. And when you look at when he did pick up his injury, that's probably around the time when we started to drop our form a little bit. He's more integral to this team than I think a lot of people realise. And perhaps Chilwell the other side as well. Yeah, exactly. Oh, yeah. Oh, absolutely right. Yeah, Ben Chilwell has been such a big miss, hasn't he? He really has been such a big miss. Anyway, we have some immediate reaction to Chelsea's FA Cup win this evening. Thomas Tuchel's been speaking pitchside to Max Jones. Luton played their part as well. Yeah, of course. And the weather and the circumstance and a huge difference between final and Wembley and then playing here, different competition. Not so easy, some noise around the club in the moment. But for that we did well, we did serious, and we did also not over-expect, which was important, I think. A goal and assist for Timo tonight, rewarded for his tireless work rate up top. Yeah, good. That's how it works as a striker, to fight for your place and fighting with assists and with goals in these kind of matches. This is what we expect, and this is what we're waiting for. You cannot expect the nicest match of football, but you can expect the guys to be there when it counts, and he did. Final on Sunday, and this midweek game. You've got Burnley away on Saturday. Yeah. How beneficial has it been for you to be able to rotate your side tonight? Well, it was not so much on free will. We have a lot of players out since the final in Liverpool, unfortunately. So hopefully we get some players back, because this was more or less Ruben played in the back three. Ruben Loftus-Cheek, he never did before, so it was kind of the last lineup we had defensively, and we need some more players back to Sunday. Thanks, Thomas. Good luck. Leone, his assessment is always so honest. He fronts up to every question asked. And there was something really nice, actually, on Sunday at the final at Wembley. The stadium was pretty much empty, and he did his interview with Lee after the game, and he made the effort to stay and sign pretty much every programme, every flag of every Chelsea fan that stayed there. The fact that Chelsea fans got such a love and affection to him is because he's so honest in his assessment, and because you trust him, don't you? And even there, you know, he speaks, he doesn't hide anything about any players or performances. He'll address everything. And I think ultimately, when you're in a difficult run of games, as a player, if you're looking at the manager, the same way we look at him as fans, we're in a fantastic position with him in charge. Oh, we are, and he's brilliant. And again, tonight he's come out, he's been completely honest. We know the first half wasn't brilliant, and also we know we've had to rotate the squad as well. And he's done what he could with the team. And like we say at half-time, we don't know what he said to them, but it did change, and obviously the substitutions were really positive as well. So I think, not only for the fans but for the players as well, this is what is bringing Chelsea together at the moment, I think. And
I'm a massive fan of his, and I hope that he stays for a long time.
Absolutely right. Kerry, just on that, obviously into the quarter-final of the FA Cup. As a player, when do you start looking at a final? When do you start fancying, if this is our year? When do you start questioning? When does the murmurs start in the dressing room of if we're going to get it done this year?
Oh, well, it depends who you're playing for. I know somehow Bora would have been looking at the final at the moment.
Well, tomorrow night, you never know.
Well,
you never know.
Well, OK. Yeah, I mean, as soon as your name's pulled out of the hat, who you're playing against, you draw your comparisons, you make your assessments, and you look forward to either winning it, playing it, getting through, and see who you get after that. It does become interesting, but there's a lot of lower league sides going to be in and around the hat, and they'll be looking for more giant killings, whether it be quarters or semis, depending how far they go. We're in the hat. That is all what matters. Just coming back to Thomas Tuchel there, it was good. He allayed the Loftus-Cheek thing, so we were thinking, is this a thing for the future? It's not. It was a rotation bit. He had to do it. Someone had to play there. He done it well. It's not something we're going to look forward to seeing on a regular basis. And as far as the rotation goes, the thing I like about him is that he gets the best out of players, and he's getting the job done. When I say football's a results business, he's getting the results. No matter what has to happen, he seems to be handling it and doing it and coming out the other side, getting the result. Poor performance, whether it was a hairdryer or not, or whether it was however he conducts himself, I don't know. Improved performance second half. We're in the next round. That's all that matters. Job done for him.
Absolutely right. Absolutely right. Still a busy week and plenty coming up on the fifth stand-up for you over the next couple of days, including Thomas Tuchel speaking to the press Friday afternoon ahead of our trip to Burnley. And then, yes, Saturday afternoon, 1:55, Matchday Live. Chelsea trips to Turf Moor will be coming your way on the fifth stand-up as well. Thank you, as always. Leonie, great debut. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
Good run out. Fantastic. Dan, brilliant as always. Kerry, it's been an absolute pleasure and a privilege. Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you for joining us as well. Yeah, there we go. Chelsea are in the next round of the FA Cup. That'll do. Thank you for watching.